I did my best to not get pissed off this whole season. Now, the gloves are off. Let's talk about this game. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back into another video. Definitely do me a huge favor. Smack up that like button and subscribe for more Arizona Cardinals content. On this channel, we cover the Arizona Cardinals throughout the entirety of the 2024 season. And we're on the road to 16K. So subscribe it up. It's absolutely for free, ladies and gentlemen. But let's dive into this. Let's talk about the Arizona Cardinals offense absolutely failing this Arizona Cardinal team. Now, actually, before we do that, let's talk some positivity first, right? Let's talk some positivity first, and then we're going to go all in on this freaking offense. Now, real quick, this defense. Now, I know you can sit back and say, oh, well, they're the one that gave up the touchdown, right? We knew darn well, or at least if you didn't know, then you should have, that Sam Darnold looked different from half one to half two, right? Night and day different. I didn't have confidence that this Arizona Cardinal defense was going to be able to prevent a touchdown, which was what they needed to get the lead over the Arizona Cardinals. I wasn't confident, but obviously with hopeful optimism, I came in here and said, okay, let's hope for a sack, let's hope for a turnover, right? Let's hope that the Arizona Cardinals defense is going to be able to do what they did in the first half, because man, oh man, oh man, did this Arizona Cardinals defense come out and play? Yes, they did. I believe they went ahead and provided 5 sacks. Like, they were wreaking havoc on Sam Darnold, and I believe they caused 2 forced fumbles. One of them was recovered back by the Arizona Cardinals. So, for the most part, this Arizona Cardinals defense did a very, very pretty stand-up good job. Like, really, really good. Now, unfortunately, we didn't get an interception, right? But for the most part, we were doing what we needed to do to win this game. We only allowed 6 points on the defensive side of the ball in the first half. That's it. Now, granted, yes, a tale of two halves, right? In the second half compared to the first half, they scored 17 on us, and we all kind of know what the history was from that moment. But for the most part, this Arizona Cardinals defense, take a bow. Honestly, take a bow. And this is with a defense that doesn't have those star-studded names, right? The only guy that people has out there is Budda Baker. That's it. That's the only name that people outside this organization or fan base knows, Budda Baker. But for the most part, we actually did a pretty darn good job. Now, real quick, I know there's going to be some Vikings fans coming up here and obviously either, saying their piece, either saying good game or just trying to troll. Regardless, Vikings fans who are on here, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Your team is legit, man. You guys are now 10-2 now. And you guys know how to win games, man. You guys know how to win those close games. And at the end of the day, that's what's most important, to get wins under your belt, right? So congratulations on the win. Now let's talk about the negativity now, shall we? Let's talk about this Arizona Cardinal offense, right? Let's talk about this Arizona Cardinal offense that can't get their own head out of their ASS but, right? They can't get out of their own way. Now, this Arizona Cardinal offense, right? Showing some flashes here and day, night and day, right? They're either good or they're... With what we've seen after the bye, it's not good enough. It really isn't. It's not good enough. Now, yes, did we score 22 points? Yes, we did. But at the end of the day here, ladies and gentlemen, they did not do enough to win this game. Now, a couple different reasons as to why, right? Did Kyler Murray have a great game? I mean, it was meh. It was okay. I don't think he had a horrendous game, but I also don't think it was a great game, right? It was okay. I mean, it was all right. Now, we knew coming into this game that this is one of the best rushing defenses in the NFL, right? We knew that. Kudos to this Arizona Cardinal team, right, for still allowing us to eat on the ground, because we gained like 154 yards on the ground. That's with Kyler, that's with Trey Benson, as well as James Conner, and of course everybody else as well. We did a really good job on the ground. We really did. Total yards, the Arizona Cardinals are 406 yards total. That's 252 yards passing, 154 yards rushing. The Vikings, 273 yards total. That's 205 yards passing and 68 yards rushing. Average almost kind of similar, right? Ours is 5.3 yards a play, and theirs is 5.4, right? First downs, 25. They had 19. Third down efficiency, we're actually 5 for 13. Not bad. They were 1 for 8. The crazy thing that we want to focus on is the time of possession. We had the ball for 35 minutes and 49 seconds to their 24 minutes and 11 seconds, right? Penalties killed us. Oh my God, it almost kind of felt like every time the Cardinals had any momentum coming their way, either offensively or defensively, there was that ugly flag getting thrown up in the wrench, right? And boy, oh boy, oh boy, did we see a lot of penalties in this game. Yeah, we killed ourselves, absolutely. Even when we had an opportunity to potentially go up by 2 scores, what did the Cardinals do? Penalties. Penalties, penalties, penalties. Now, let's talk about this offense as a whole, right? On paper, when you're looking at the stats, like I just read off to you, you would probably think that the Arizona Cardinals were going to win this game by boatloads, right? But here's the inability of the Arizona Cardinals not being able to score in the red zone is very, very nauseating at this point in the season, right? Now, I get you're going to have games that are not going to be wonderful, right? You're going to get that. But with what we're seeing with the Kyler Marvin Harrison Jr. connection, now, the good thing is that we ended up seeing Michael Wilson get involved. We saw Marvin Harrison Jr. get involved. And of course, Trey McBride always gets involved, right? That's not a shock. But seeing them get involved is a big crucial point as to why the Cardinals were in the situation that we are in, right? We only lost by a point. But granted, where is happening now? The Seahawks won. So now they are 7-5 on the season, while the Cardinals are 6-6. Another opportunity missed by the Arizona Cardinals. And guess what? Who failed this organization? Was it defense? Was it offense? Offense. The offense absolutely failed this Cardinals organization. Absolutely failed. Failed with many opportunities to do something. Kyler Murray throwing an interception, not in that last play, but what was he doing when he threw the ball and he was just chucking it up in the air and Byron Murphy ends up getting an easy interception? Like, what the heck is going on, right? And we've seen several play calls where it's like a third down. Now, granted, in that fourth quarter, the third down runs were working, so it's kind of one of those things where it's like, oh man, I'm going to be mad at this, but we saw it work. So in my mind process, like, I understand it, like, I get where it's coming from, but like, that also kind of tells me that you don't really believe in the pass game, right? Like, we're really going to be worried about the run that much or focus on the run that much, especially on a 3rd and 7 or 3rd and 6, and that's consistently your play call. I don't know, it almost kind of seems like predictable, right? Predictable. Now, I've seen all over social media saying, oh my God, Drew Petting is so bad. He is a terrible, This is not all on Drew Petting, ladies and gentlemen. Newsflash, if that's what you think, this is all on Drew Petting. I got another thing coming for you, ladies and gentlemen. This is on the entire offense as a whole. Everybody, all 11 people on that field, and yes, we can throw Drew Petting on there as well. This is on everybody. Absolutely everybody. Is Drew Petting in charge of or a reason as to why we had all these penalties against us? No, he's not, right? It's not. It's his players that need to be smarter, players that need to execute what they need to execute and what's in front of them. We should have known darn well that these field goals weren't going to do anything against this Minnesota Vikings team. This was a 9-2 team that was trying to stay within their division. And guess what? They did what they needed to do to win this game by 1 point. But regardless, at the end of the day, a W is a W. That last drive where the Cardinals had an opportunity to obviously win by a field goal was such one of the dumbest 2-minute drives I've seen in my life. Dumb. Kyler Murray, again, dinking and dunking, right? Dinking and dunking here. I think we gained about 4 or 5 yards, and then something happened here, and I think there was a third down where Kyler Murray tucks the ball and runs, and he gets about 3 yards, and we had to use all our timeouts, and then in that fourth down, you gotta have it. You gotta get that fourth down conversion. He throws a ball deep to Marvin Harrison Jr., and it's not even close, ladies and gentlemen. It's not even close. Another interception to end off this game. Not even competitive. That's the frustrating part for me. This offense is continuing to look like the biggest weak point in this team. We've been hearing so many times, oh, they're going to figure it out. They're going to figure it out. And even myself, oh, man, we're going to figure it out. This is week 13. This is week 13. How are we still having this miscommunication between Marvin Harrison Jr. and Kyler Murray? Why are we refusing to throw the ball beyond the sticks? Why is everything so below? Is it Kyler Murray just not comfortable, confident? What is it? What's going on? What is limiting this offense to being from good to damn, this is a great offense? What is limiting us from doing that? Is that quarterback play? Is that decision making? Is it situational play calling? Is it play calling? Is it the offensive line not holding up? It's everything. Everything. This is not all on Drew Petzing, ladies and gentlemen. This is on everything. Every decision that's being made, every penalty that's being called, all the things that are being done to stunt the momentum of the Arizona Cardinals offense is everything. All 11 people on the field, all 11 people on the offensive side of the ball, everything. That 2-minute drive equated to nothing. Nothing. We weren't even close to converting a first down, because guess what? Dink and dunk, dink and dunk, dink and dunk. That's all we do. That's all we do. What is going on with this Arizona Cardinal offense, and how have we not figured it out yet? I am so curious to figure out what Jonathan Gannon thinks about this game. If he's happy, if he takes anything good away from this, then that's just coach talk, honestly, at the end of the day, because who should be scolded at, who should be looking at the film, is this freaking offense that's continuing to struggle week in and week out. You lost to a really good Minnesota Vikings team. Okay, by 1 point. I'll give you that. You're at 500. But with what was in front of you 2 weeks in a row, ladies and gentlemen, 2 weeks in a row, you had an opportunity to take some sort of momentum and the division. Taking down the Seahawks, you couldn't do that. Okay, Minnesota Vikings, you were leading until you weren't. You couldn't get the job done. And that's what makes a good team to a playoff team. Right now, I don't even want to think of playoffs. Honestly, I really don't. This Cardinals offense right now is giving me so much anxiety and frustration that I don't even know who's going to fix it. I really don't. I really don't. But ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts on this game? What are your thoughts on this game? Let me know here in the comments below. I appreciate y'all for tuning in as always. Vikings fans, again, if you made it this far, thanks for watching, and congratulations on your 10th win of the season. The Arizona Cardinals now dropped to 6-6, and we are not at the top of the division. Squandered another opportunity, and let's see what happens with the Seahawks next week, and then we got the Panthers, and then the Patriots, and then we got the division games. Let's see how the season ends up. Let me know in the comments below, ladies and gentlemen, how are you feeling about this loss? Thank you so very much for tuning in as always. Have a great rest of your day, and go Cardinals.